Hello, everyone. Welcome to Get More Clients. I'm Lynn Whitback, and I'm so excited to have you here and welcome you, business owners and entrepreneurs. Hire me to ignite winning sales because most are chasing down clients, stuck in a chaotic sales cycle, and lacking client retention, conversions, and profits. The mission of this show is to educate, inspire, and motivate women from around the world to build a robust sales strategy to get more clients. Because most can't get more clients and haven't a clue why. You will learn to transform thinking to the client's perspective, end sales chaos with a robust strategic plan, and to harvest the hidden profits. You will also have the opportunity to connect with me further and see how I can support you beyond today. So I am just so excited, and I wanted to tell you about an experience. You receive a package. You take that package and you're going to open that package. As you open the package, your anticipation builds. This is a product that you had ordered. You see this beautiful box inside, and you lift the box out and how it's wrapped. You can feel the velvet sort of smoothness of the box. And it's got this lovely ribbon that just fits, that adds this elegance to the box. And as you pull that off, you just, excitement is building. And it's just so beautiful. And you're anticipating what's going to be on the inside. As you lift and open the box, the lid is snug, but not tight. It's just that essence of the movement of lifting it and the feeling of the anticipation as you lift the box up. And as you peer inside, oh my gosh, there's this beautiful ribbed tissue. You can actually feel the ribs on there. And there's this lovely label. It's like a little kiss of love right there. And there's a card. There's a card inside. It's so pretty. Everything is beautiful. So you get your phone, you take a picture, just wow. And you lift the card up, and it's a message from our family to yours. Thank you for the purchase of this item. It was made with love. It was designed with love, and it was packaged with love. Maybe you start with it was designed, it was made, it was packaged with love. From our families to yours, we're so happy and privileged to welcome you into our family and our community. And then on the back, you flip it over, there's a message that if you have any questions about your product, here is your exclusive community care number. You won't find this number on our website. This is for our family, our community, and that's you. Please reach out to us at any time so that we can address and answer any questions that you have. Oh, wow. You feel that you belong to this bigger group. You're touched by this extra piece, and you are so excited as you peel the tissue away and you see your beautiful product. Oh my gosh, you've got to take another picture of it. And then you pull it out, and it's just the whole experience you've been so anticipating. It's so beautiful, the feel. Now you're going to take another picture of yourself with the product, and you're posting these images on your social media. You're so excited about what you received. You can't wait to use it. Oh my gosh, it's just been this incredible experience as you've received this and opened this, and you've actually got it in your hands. And what do you know? You actually get a message back thanking you for your product purchase, thanking you for posting the images, commenting on how great you looked as you were holding that up in the photo, right? Wow, the company like paid attention. And now they've included a special bonus for only their community, a coupon code that you can use for your next purchase, whenever that may be. And once again, welcoming you to the family. This is a customer experience of delight. And I wanted to go through that with you because it doesn't matter what kind of product or service that you have. This is something that you can provide to your clients, this incredible experience that taps into all their senses, as many as you can tap into, the feelings that they have, their emotions, and their motivations, so that you can drive that experience all the way through so that they become raving fans. You know, last week, I revealed the SAMI client journey methodology. And today, you're going to discover how your client's journey boosts profits with raving fans, reviews, and referrals. Your client experience with your products, services, customer care, and processes determines your ability to transform your clients into raving fans. By the end of today's show, you will know how to map your client experience through every stage of their journey, how to identify and remedy gaps and areas of friction in your client experience, and to crack the code for winning raving fans, reviews, and referrals from your clients. All right, let's take a look at our SAMI process map. And as you recall, phase one is how the client finds out about us. I like to think of this as the spark. All right. And so in this phase, you go through a number of different aspects. You have the spark, you have targeted your ideal client avatar to generate that spark. You've understood that client why. Once again, that's how you're making that spark happen. You're using your client why and the emotions and the motivations for your communication. You're delivering value that matters to that client. And you're doing the outreach to make sure that you get that spark, that you have the communication, that you're doing the follow-up. And of course, through all of this, as you're making those connections, you are qualifying that lead that they truly are your ideal client. And this is the process. So I want to take you through what that looks like. So you've done your work. You've gone through and created your client why. You've identified your market. You've worked through your client avatar. You've really got into the psychographics. You've revisited the client why, so you understand what those pain points are and what they want, need, or lack, why it matters to them. What problem are they trying to solve? What solution do they need? What area of concern are they trying to address? What's in it for them? And ultimately, so they can what? So they can achieve a goal and an initiative so that they can, reach a dream that they have. So now you've got all of that put together, and you're going to start your communication, the language that you're going to use. You're going to hit on those pain points, that they're not alone. And this is how they can address that and why, and how the future looks for them, right? And how you create that outreach. And this could be a social media campaign. This can be a blog post. This can be a podcast appearance that you're a guest. It can be all of the above, all right? Because think about it. If you create a blog post, you can now speak to that as a guest on a podcast. You're going to promote the blog that you've written on social media. It's going to be on your website. And you can then promote the podcast. You've repurposed that content, and you're repurposing that, once again, sharing that not only to your own audience, but the host is going to be sharing it to their audience, and the listeners of that and the readers of that blog post, they all may say, well, this isn't for me, but I know it's for Sally, and I'm going to tell Sally about this. So you create the spark of interest. And when they go to the podcast, they listen through to the end, you're going to direct them to a lead magnet. Maybe it's a checklist. It could be a white paper. It can be all kinds of different things. It can be an assessment that they take and they do so they can opt in and join your tribe. Okay. The same thing if they go to the article on your blog post, they have the ability to opt in to get a bonus, to get some extra piece of value so that they can join your audience. Now, as soon as they've joined your audience, you want to create this welcome sequence. You are welcoming them into your community, into the family, that they belong. Okay. You're going to tap into this powerful motivation and emotion, and you're going to deliver additional value to reinforce why they came. Okay. This is about them and welcoming them and reinforcing the great decision that they made to join your community. And you're going to go through a welcome sequence, and each of those will provide additional value. So the first email, that welcome email, needs to go out within an hour. It should be an automated trigger. In fact, it often will go out within minutes or seconds of someone opting in to your free lead magnet. Then as that email sequence goes out, you're going to paste that email welcome sequence. And the goal of this is to, once again, reinforce why they signed up in the first place. You will get some unsubscribes after that very first welcome email. And the reason is that some people, they just wanted the free thing. All right. That's to be expected. But the beauty of doing at least a 3-step welcome is that by the end of that third email, you have almost no one unsubscribing, because you've demonstrated your worthy intent to serve and to help and to provide value and to welcome them into your community. This is incredible, because after that, and they go into your normal cadence of communication, which could be a weekly, a bi-monthly or monthly newsletter, and ad hoc newsletter emails for a campaign, etc., they're far less likely to unsubscribe. In fact, your unsubscribe rate on your regular newsletter is going to be almost non-existent, because you've welcomed them into the community and they've joined that community. Now, another key piece about that welcoming sequence, and we're going to go into that a little bit more in detail, but there's a couple of key things that you always want to do. 1, provide value. 2, remember the client why all the way through as to why they joined, and create that feeling of belonging and community. And 3, you want to make sure that you let them know that you will be providing them with free and paid offers. All right. So you're setting expectations. So all of that is so vital in that sequence. So now, as we go through that journey, they become part of your tribe. They get this automated email, so they know new things that are going on. They've followed you on, you ask, and they followed you on Facebook or on LinkedIn, etc. But they're looking for that newsletter, and they're clicking through to look at the new content that's being created. It could be that, once again, that you were a guest on a podcast, that you had an article published, that you have a new membership program that's available, that you have a new product that has just been made available, that they can place pre-orders on. Whatever that information is in that newsletter, once again, always make sure there's content that applies to them. And also that's making that connection tighter. You know, these are real people. These are human beings. And one of the things that I found is that you can provide them with things that have nothing to do with your business. So as an example, I love to cook. I'm always experimenting and making recipes and refining things. And one of the things that I do is that periodically I will share a recipe, a new recipe that I've created in our newsletter. And it's just that human to human touch. Now, for people who don't cook, well, that's okay. They're not interested. But those who do, I would be surprised at how much feedback I get when I post a new recipe, which has nothing to do with what we provide with our sales, right? So that's one of the things. Remember, you're connecting with them as a human. Now, as you go through the process of doing the outreach and communicating with them, delivering that value, they may have an opportunity to join a workshop or a virtual retreat or a live in-person event. Once again, this is that opportunity that then they decide, they go to a landing page and they make that decision to opt in. And this is the funnel that you're creating. They decide to become a client. Maybe they purchase a product. They sign up for one of your services. Now, once again, you want to make sure that you welcome them, thanking them for the opportunity to help and serve them, to provide this product or service. All right. Now, you want to keep them informed. So maybe they've signed up for a product that was a pre-order. All right. So we're going to go down this scenario. You are going to make sure that they receive an email sequence, letting them know the status of the product, how it's going. You might even include some pictures of how the product's being manufactured. So they really feel like you're keeping them updated and informed. And then, yes, the product is excited. It's shipping. Here's your tracking information. And all the way through until they receive the product, and a follow-up email confirming that they received the product, letting them know that you care, you've confirmed that it's been delivered, but you want to make sure if they have any questions about the product that they've received, and wanting to hear their feedback on that product, and providing them potentially with an exclusive community perk for their next purchase. So as you guide them through this journey and that experience that they have as that product that they opened, and that's part of the experience, right? Because not only does the product in this case have to be manufactured and then be packaged, be beautifully packaged and shipped in a way so that when it arrives in pristine, perfect condition. Oh my goodness, how many of us have been excited to open our package only to find it's rolling all over on the inside and it's damaged and it's busted. And now you have a very unhappy client because of the way it was packaged for shipping. Okay. That's an important piece. All right. Because it's that arrival and seeing that it arrives and it's been very well packed with care and attention, because that means that they have confidence in placing additional orders with you, that you are going to take the time and the care to give them a product that arrives in perfect, pristine condition. Short of it falling off the truck on a freeway and getting hit by another car. Okay, that's a weird one, right? But in general, they're going to get this fantastic package from you. And that's going to increase their confidence and assurance that they can place additional orders. So that's a very critical gap that you want to make sure that you've tied up all the loose ends. And one way to do that is to order things and ship them to a couple different locations and see how it arrives. Make sure that it's looking exactly how you anticipated and what the expectations are. Okay. Simple testing to make sure that you've got that client journey of delight all the way through. Now they've got this great product and we're going to follow up with them and we're going to provide them additional incentives and perks and community family membership so that they can purchase additional products. All right. So when you're doing that, you want to also then ask, you've earned the right. They love the product or service. Ask for a review, ask for a referral to their friends who've received that product or service. Ask for a testimonial. It's so simple that they can write a testimonial on social media. They can create a short video. You can create a contest out of it with prizes. There's so many other ways that you can generate that. Providing them with the links so that they can quickly and easily. There's so many automations out there, so many that you can make it very easy for your client to provide that review for you. And when they do, you recognize and reward them for that behavior. So whether it's a testimonial, a review, a referral, you always want to recognize and reward the behavior that you want repeated. And I don't want it to come off the wrong way, but think about a child and how you want to recognize and reward good behavior so that they repeat that behavior. All right. So it's the same concept. Not that your clients are children, so, but that's the idea behind this. And when you do that, you're going to reinforce again that this was so easy. They appreciated the review, the testimonial, the referral. I'm going to do it again. People that provide referrals are four times more likely to provide you with additional referrals. So getting that first one is vitally important. And that's through the client experience, the journey that you've created, and by earning the right, and then asking for the referral, asking for the review, asking for the testimonial. All right. And so that is absolutely critical all the way through your journey. So let's talk about the next step, because I really want to get into each of these steps. I know I sort of went through the whole scenario right there, but let's take a look at phase 2 of the sales journey. And the phase 2 is really when clients consider, that's when they're considering and they're evaluating your product or service. And how does the product or service benefit them? All right. So in this stage, you've actually already created the spark. They're there. They've been attracted to you. Maybe they went to, once again, that landing page. You've qualified them as a lead at this stage. It's very critical so that, especially when you're providing a service, that they're a qualified lead that's going to get that one-on-one attention to guide them through the sales process so that you can begin to work with them and to help and serve them. So through this, once again, you're looking at what are all the activities in this phase of the sale. You're going to be tapping into that client why. The client why transitions from when they first have that spark of interest to when they're actively considering your product or service for purchase, to become engaged, to join or to sign up, right? And that's very critical on how you're going to be communicating with them at this point. So now they're really in that evaluation stage, and they're going to need more information about your product or service. And it has to tap into, once again, why it matters to them so they can. And this is, once again, you're going to be doing additional communication. You're going to plan how you're going to deliver that, whether it's in an email, whether you're going to be setting up a strategy session to talk with them one-on-one, and the outreach and the follow-up that's occurring. So let's just talk about that. You have a strategy session that you set up. Make sure that whatever system that you're using, so such as Calendly, that you've created it, you can actually ask questions when they're setting the appointment so that you can verify some critical points that you need to know, information that you need to know that will help you in determining if there's a really good fit for your product or service with them, right? And so this is a great way to utilize that tool. You also want to customize the messaging, the reminders, and the cadence of that to build excitement. You can also include links to videos or to assets that they can look at as they're going through and that process. So this is a great way to build that anticipation and the client experience. And of course, after the strategy session, you want to make sure that you have that bolted on the back of the thanking them for the attendance, the next steps, what are the action items, Where are you going from there? And thanking them, of course, for having attended that strategy session. All of that is vitally important throughout your client journey. So let's take a look at step 3. That is when the clients truly finally make the decision. They're examining to select you as a provider, and you're guiding them to the decision. And once again, this is where you're maybe making a presentation. You're going to be going over the product or service, the system, the method that's going to be implemented or delivered for them. So think like the client all the way through. It's just not about you. It's about them. And once again, their client why, their perspective has shifted because now they've qualified you. And now they're making the decision as whether to move forward with you or not. All right. And so how you position your product or service needs to be incorporating that where they're at right now. And once again, tapping into their motivations and emotions and the so they can what? What are they going to be able to achieve, or the goal or the dream in a month, 3 months, 6 months? What does that future look like when they engage with you and your product or service? Why does it matter to them? Okay. So now we're at stage 4. They're a client. You are doing this incredible work with you. They are interacting with you day to day. Of course, it depends on your product or service. And now it's about managing and expanding the relationship and the opportunities with that relationship. This is where we want the reviews, the referrals, we want testimonials, we want additional business. Now, once again, their client why has transitioned because they are an active client working with you. So this is where you want to, once again, you're still going to be actively communicating with them. You're going to be doing outreach to it for new business, new opportunities, asking for those referrals. You are going to be confirming and acknowledging and thanking them for that behavior so that you can continue on. This is the whole journey, and creating that journey through the process with your client and that delight, that gets you to this golden era of profits and speeding up your sales cycle, because referrals are 4 times more likely to move much faster through your sales cycle and to work with you when you receive a warm referral, because people have already been told about your product or service, about you, your company, your organization, from someone they trust. And that trust is transferred to you. You're borrowing the ethos of the person who provided that referral. So you're able to move them through the sales cycle much quicker, which lowers your cost of client acquisition and increasing your profit. Wow, what a great episode. I hope you agree that this was a great episode. And today we looked at the client journey and how your client's journey boosts profits with raving fans, reviews, and referrals. My purpose is to get you more clients. And I thank you so much for tuning in. And on behalf of the Win-Win Women Network, I've carved out a limited number of time slots to invite you to hop on and ignite your sales call with me to see what's working, not working, and what you would love to have working. I'm going to see how I might further support you in effectively generating more leads, converting more sales, and fulfilling on your promise as a brand and organization. And the fastest way to success is to assure people that they know they matter. And the best way to make this happen is to build a consistent sales strategy to acquire, convert, and capitalize on every lead. You will find growing your business is easy and lucrative. So today we looked at your client journey. And the key is for you to implement these steps to stop wasting time, energy, and resources. and you have the opportunity to jump in and get the support you need for true success. Say yes to you and get on a call with me. And I can tell you, I'm truly gifted at this, and you deserve to shortcut your success with the right support. The link for that is p2q.link/win-win. And that will be down below in our show notes. And you can connect with me also on our website at petite2queen.com. And to stay current on all of our insightful advice, our breakthrough advantages, and never miss an episode, sign up for our weekly wisdoms newsletter at petite2queen.com. Next week on Get More Clients, we're going to be discussing your own blocks, your own self-limiting beliefs, and how they impact your sales. So I can't wait to see you next week on Get More Clients.